Welcome back one all the more, Trails in the Sky. Last time we left off, we did a Time Waster episode where all we did was search for a cat. And I started a side quest off screen that we'll finish off later. But now we're actually gonna get onto some plot stuff. So first let's head to the mayor's house, which is, I forget where. No, it's the big space down this way. Yeah, we're heading to the mayor's house because we're checking on the coma victims. Yeah, that wasn't the door. Estelle Scarizard, welcome. Hi, ma'am. Did Mayor Klaus tell you about us? Yes, you're investigating the fainting cases? If there's anything I can do to help, please feel free to ask. Thank you. Though firstly, how is Lida? Lida, she won't awaken no matter what we do. I pray she'll awake normally come sunrise. However, that's worth it. Whatever that's worth in this fog. But for now, all I can do is keep an eye on her. That's awful. Where exactly did Lida collapse? Do you remember when? Let me see. Must have been around before 5 o'clock. I stepped out of the kitchen and found her collapsed in the entryway. I panicked a little, needlessly to say, and I called for Klaus, who was able to carry her to bed. But to think there were others afflicted the same way. She collapsed in the entryway? Hang on, was that the door locked at the time? I don't believe it would have been. After all, people have been visiting all day to speak to my husband about how to deal with this fog. Well, that's the list of suspects that slidged along then. Oh, how long were you in the kitchen, by the way? About 30 minutes, I suppose. Alright, I think we have a good picture of what happened. One last thing, if I may. Was there anything strange before or after Lida collapsed? Strange, what do you mean? Did the house have any unfamiliar visitors, or were there any odd sounds? Something you can think of, ma'am. Let me think. I'm not sure I'd call it strange, but it was memorable. While I was in the kitchen, I heard the faint sound of a bell. The sound of a bell. Hold on a sec, you want me to hear one too? It was such a lovely sound, I thought Lida rang it, perhaps. But that reminds me, I haven't been able to find that bell. I wonder where she put it. You've given us a lot to think about, ma'am. If anything else happens, please contact us at the guild at once. Yes, of course. Oh, and everyone do be careful, won't you? Yeah, we will. Thanks for your help. Okay, that's one down, 3 more to go. Apparently, there were like 4 flashes in the cutscene a second ago. Let's head on to the next victim. Alright, let's head to the next spot, which should be the bar. Let me check. That's the wrong booklet, it's the bracer booklet. Okay, yeah, it's the bar. Which way is Ashton's house? Hi Elsa, sorry Estelle, yes, hi. This is great, when did you get back from training? I've been so worried you didn't come back for so long. I'm sorry, I got kind of busy and couldn't say hi. So, is your mom doing alright? Well, at first she was sleeping okay, but I was so worried she won't, wake up or anything, even if you shake her. Father Divine said there's nothing to worry about, but I see. We're investigating this at the request of the mayor. Could we ask you a few questions? Oh, yes. Ask me anything you want. Okay, then. First, where did your mother fall asleep and when? Let's see, it was around 5 o'clock, I think. Mom and I went out to the kitchen and went out to clean the chairs and stuff on the terrace. The chairs? Yeah, we figured they might get damaged to all the humidity in the air due to this creepy fog, you know. We finished waterproofing the ground floor, you see, so we figured we'd totally store the chairs too. I see, alright, and then... Well, so while we were cleaning up, Dad called me. When I got back, Mom was all zonked out in one of the chairs. So you didn't see her fall asleep then? Yeah, sorry. So I tried talking to her, shaking her, but she wouldn't wake up. I totally freaked out and called Dad, and he carried her up to her bed. And then she wouldn't. Mom, that's Elsa. I mean, Elisa. Aw, sorry. I'm sort of losing it because you're home too, Estelle. Yeah, I know. It's okay, you don't need to worry. Yeah. I'm okay now, thanks. Do you want to ask anything else? 1 second. Skara, you got something? Got anything? Probably. Elsa, did anything strange happen before or after your mother went to sleep? Did you see anyone you didn't recognize or hear anything strange? People I didn't recognize. Actually, yeah, just as I was heading inside, I saw this lady come out of the clock tower. A woman. Was it someone from Roland, you think? Well, I couldn't see her face. The fog made it kind of hard to see details. But her clothes were really weird. I figured she was some sort of traveler. Really weird. What was weird about them? She was wearing this sort of black dress robe thing. I can't lie, it was kind of hot. It was a bit hard to see details through the fog, though, like I said. I see, still, this is really valuable. We'll need to go tell Ein this. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Elisa. You've helped us tremendously. No, it's okay. Good luck with your investigating stuff. Don't worry, okay? You can count on us to save your mom. We'll figure this out and wake her up. I know, thanks, Estelle. Alright, that's 2. We have reports of a strange sound and a strange person sighted. Oh, this sounds a lot like some Ouroboros crap. Aston's house. Where's Aston's house? On the map? No, there are houses, but I don't know which one's Aston's, so let's just go start checking buildings. Man, this one. Radford near the west gate. Let's run in. Which way is west in this case? Is it behind the bar? No one's asleep in there. There's one. Oh dearie me. Estelle Bright, look at you, a senior bracer and everything. Hey, Miss Maggie, Pat. Sorry I didn't say hi earlier, Pat. We heard about Luke. Yeah, Miss Estelle? Aw. Well, hey, Pat, is it that bad? Well, you see, our little Pat is the one who found Luke after he collapsed. Oh no. Pat, don't worry, he'll be okay. Maggie, how's your grandson? Is he hurt? No, not at all. He's just sound asleep. Really, I think this is all a bit of a fuss. He'll be alright. He'll be right as rain tomorrow, I'm sure. But the little rascal must have worn himself out, like boys do, you know. Really, I'm not waking up foolish. Maggie. Hey, Pat, can you tell me what happened when Luke fell asleep? Huh? We're investigating what happened on behalf of the mayor, on behalf of the town. Pat, is there anything you can tell us? It might help us solve this and wake Luke up. Please, Pat? Estelle, okay, I'll tell you. Thanks, Pat. So, where and when did Luke fall asleep? It wasn't there. I wasn't there when he fell asleep, but I found him on top of the clock tower. I think it was past 5 o'clock. We were playing hide and seek in the fog. I was it and I was looking for Luke. When I found him, he was asleep. I thought he was just being a jerk and tried to wake him up, but he wouldn't. I see. Wait, one thing. I don't see who the heck carried Luke down from the clock tower. Oh, that was Mr. Paddington. He came up and found us just when I was trying to figure out what to do. He said he came up to make sure the clock was working and the fog wasn't causing any damage. Oh yeah, that's just like Mr. Paddington. Okay, I think I've got the gist of it. Pat, I was wondering, when you were playing, did anything strange happen? Strange? Did you see anyone, or you didn't recognize or hear any strange sounds? Like Estelle said, anything could help. I didn't remember much except all the white of the fog. I do remember thinking it was really creepy not seeing anyone in the landing port. I see, So creepy white fog, nothing else suspicious happened. Nuts. Seems that way. Thank you, both of you. You've given us some food for thought. I'm glad we could be of help, dearie. Estelle, is Luke gonna be okay? Yeah, you bet he will. Pat, don't cry anymore, okay? Luke will tease you if he finds out when he wakes up, you know? Okay. Yeah, I won't cry anymore. Okay, that makes 3 out of 4. Let's go find victim number 4. Aston's house. Where's Aston's house? No one's asleep here, and this leads to an outside entrance? Okay, that wasn't the right door. Let's try this door. This leads outside. These guys are on 2nd floor. Okay, I just went completely in the wrong direction. Damn it, game. Again, this is a door. There he is. Oh, hello. You're Estelle and Scarazard, right? Yes, good evening. We're investigating by order of the mayor, but, is Mr. Radford okay? Yes, but there is no change, I'm afraid. He's asleep and seems comfortable. But we can't wake him no matter what we do. Is our only option to wait and watch over him until morning? I'm afraid so. That's all you can do for now, at least. I know this is a bad time, but can we ask you a few questions? Of course. I don't know if we can answer everything, but I'll be happy to help in any way I can. Thank you two. Firstly, when and where did Radford fall asleep? The time was around 5:30, I guess. The place, well, just outside the door, essentially. Outside the door. So, in the hallway? Yes, I heard a knock and a voice say I'm home. I unlocked the door to greet him, but when I found my father-in-law on the ground, when I did, I found my father-in-law on the ground unconscious. To be honest, I thought Father would have simply gotten drunk again. But I couldn't smell any alcohol on his breath. I thought it was strange, and then we couldn't wake him no matter what we did. So when you went to see Father Divine, I think I understand the situation. One last question, if I may. Was there anything odd about the situation before Radford fell asleep? Anything odd? You mean like the blasted fog? Aside from that, for example, did you see anyone odd or hear any strange noises? Come to think of it, when we were dragging Radford in, you noticed it too? And all this fuss, I thought I had just imagined it. What is it? We were putting Radford to bed. We both heard, it seems, the sound of a bell. The sound of a bell here too. It was surprisingly lovely, really. I simply thought someone outside rang once. Thank you. You've given us a lot of information. If you remember anything else, please contact the guild straight away, alright? Yes, of course. Well, excuse us then. We'll be back to check up tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Estelle. Okay, that's all the victims. Now the report to Ina. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Alright, that's pronouncing Elaine's name wrong, not Ina's. No word for lost cat. So you're investigating the coma case as officially on behalf of Mayor Klaus. Good. How's the questioning going? Pretty well, I think. We've heard from the families of everyone who's affected, but... Alright, let's call everyone together and compare notes on what we've discovered. I see, it sounds like your investigation went well. The testimonies of those closely affected is particularly interesting. There seems to be at least one common thread among all of them. Yeah, that's... Yes, exactly. The one commonality between all 4 testimonies is that there were no witnesses to anyone collapsing at all. I get it. They were put to sleep when they were alone. Is that what you're saying? In that sense, the fog begins to make sense. It's hard to see anything when your vision is this poor. A demon that devours the souls of his victims unseen by others shrouded in fog. A horrific image to be sure, but one which fits our antagonist perfectly. Well, that's scary. Thanks for the nightmare fuel, Olivier. In that case, we do have some useful testimony to identify our demon. It's the sound of a bell and a woman robed in black. I say it's safe to say both of them are related to our slumbering citizens. Problem is, though, Elisa was the only one who saw the woman in black. Maybe it's just a coincidence? I doubt that very much. I very much doubt that. You have to remember what happened at the place the woman was. You have to remember what happened at the last place the woman was seen. Oh. Yes, exactly. The black-robed woman was leaving the clock tower. And that would be where Pat found Luke. Yeah, there's no way that's a coincidence. So the woman in black is, there's no question now, there's an enforcer skulking around in the mist here in Roland. Son of a... Fog from an unknown source and people collapsing in comas would be our phenomena then. And the sound of the bell is the message. At least we know the nature of our foe now. I'm going to contact the other guild branches, especially Elaine, and let them know our situation. What do you plan to do? It's almost certain that there will be some attacks on more attacks on the citizenry. We need to spend the night patrolling. Yeah, I'm up for that. If we do it in shifts, we should be able to rest a little too. You shouldn't worry about that. Huh? Leave the night patrol to us guys. All you go home and get some rest. Wait, but it's a good idea, Estelle. You look dead on your feet, and I know this has been draining for you. Take Chloe and Tita home with you, and you three get some rest. But okay, I will. I'm scared as hard. Why are you acting like we're talking about someone else? Like I said, leave the patrol to us guys. What? It's not really about gender, mind. You've been working yourself as raw as Estelle in this case all day. Let us handle things for the night. You go rest. Now, just a minute. I'm a B-rate bracer. I don't need my hand held like some... Scara, do not look a gift horse in the mouth, Your words protest your lack of wariness, but your body language states otherwise. Is it not also the responsibility of a bracer to stay rested until ready to act? Very well. Sierra, Agate, Zen, be careful out there, alright? Leave it to us. Well, remember, you guys better be ready for action tomorrow morning. The high moon waves gossamer threads through the mist. We should rest. Well then, Estelle, lead the way on to your home. Why exactly are you coming with us, Olivier? Fear not, my sweet. Olivier Lindham is a perfect gentleman who would never overstep his bounds, especially in a gathering of lovely ladies such as this. Now, my purpose is merely to protect you. Olivier, I think we'll be alright, really. We'll be protected, alright, once I tie you to a mattress and throw you in the river, that is. Hey, idiot, what the hell are you doing out here? We need to figure out who'll be on patrol and when. What? Oh, Agate, the muse of comedy touches you. Did you not say that you and Zen would handle the patrol? No, I said leave it to us guys. Last I checked, that includes you, and I'm not checking it twice. But I could be wrong. Come on, get inside. Agate, wait a minute. Do you not realize that a gathering such as this is no common occurrence? I'll enjoy it enough for both of us. Just let me go. Yeah, you get inside. Come on. Well, that's probably the best way to domesticate Olivier, on the whole. How the heck can he not show any, tension or anything in this predicament, though? It's hard to tell sometimes whether he's joking or really serious. I'm pretty sure he was 100% serious. One way or another, though, he's a bad influence on Tita, yeah. I kind of feel sorry for Olivier, though. Scara? It's nothing. As much as I despair to borrow his words, he did have a point. We should call it a night soon. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Tita, Chloe, follow me. I'll show you guys the way. Back to the house. Huh? What is it? A door? Estelle? What? Sorry to wake you, Tita. I'm just gonna make sure I locked up properly, okay? I'll be right back, so just snuggle up and go back to sleep, okay? Okay. Come on, come back soon, Estelle. Doll. She's so cute. Must fight cheek pinching urges. Actually, that would be kind of cruel, so let's not. Okay, gotta calm down. It was probably just Gara or Chloe. Best to double check the beds and locks, though. Get the Bell's nightgown, Estelle. That's pretty rare. Well, she's out like a broken light. She was really freaked out when I told her she'd be sleeping in Joshua's room. Really kind of adorable. Dean, everyone. What should I... Chloe. We'll both do our best, okay? Then the fog's still really crazy. Anyway, let's check the front door. Huh? Where on earth does Gara's art go at this hour? Yeah, that door's locked at least. Gara? Oh, Estelle, something wrong? I heard a sound and got up to check it out. I thought it might be you. It was, I'm sorry. Being able to wake when you sense the slightest change in your environment, now you're acting like a proper bracer. No, well, I don't know about that. I think I was just nervous. I've got a lot on my mind and I feel kinda confused. I see. So hey, are the cards showing you anything? Let's take a look. The Inverted Emperor, Mercy, Empathy, Trust, Difficulty, Inexperience, and Uncertainty regarding your enemies. Now, I don't really get how one card can have that much meaning. And what do you mean uncertainty regarding your enemies? I didn't draw the card for you, Estelle, huh? It sounds like you think some of this applies to you too, though. This wouldn't have anything to do with what you spoke to with Mr. Burns about, would it? Oh, I'm sorry, Estelle. I'm really not trying to rush you. I do think getting it off your chest would help, though, once you're ready. Skara, do you have a few minutes? Honey, you're practically my little sister. You have all my minutes, and that's what older sisters are for. Ah, Skara. Could you take a look at this? A photo? What in? Well, this answers one question at least. I can see why you've been so distracted. Yeah, I bet he's with them as a front of sorts for whatever clandestine work he's doing. Yes, I see. With them, he can do all sorts of things he couldn't easily do if he was having to maintain a bracer's face. I wonder what his goals are, though. Skara, aren't you a little bit surprised? To be completely honest, I was expecting far worse. I remember hearing the soldiers attacked during the bandit raid were simply knocked unconscious, not killed. I'm certain Joshua's skill had a lot to do with that. Yeah, that's true. Getting caught on film was a bit of careless of him, though. I should demand better of a student of mine. But to be fair, it was Dorothy who took it. Sometimes I swear it's like the hand of the goddess is guiding her pictures or something. She does seem possessed of the camera of miracles, yes. So, Skara, should I hand this photo to Ayn or Elaine? As a rule, bracers have one obligation. It is to come to the aid of citizens who are unjustly harmed and to prevent such acts whenever possible. Somebody asks you, is Joshua a danger to citizenry? Will he work with the capitalists to bring terror to liberal skies? What? No, he'd never do something like that. Then you have exactly zero obligation to report anything. And I see no reason to say anything either, as I too am confident Joshua presents no danger. Ultimately, it comes down to whether you believe in Joshua or not. Or is that actually an ongoing question? I do believe in him. I do trust him. I'm just so worried. He's out there somewhere, and I don't know where, and he's got those cold, unfeeling eyes. He looks like he doesn't care what happens to himself. I almost want to talk to Dad and try to get Joshua put into protective custody or something. Estelle. But then, what did I do all this for? Wasn't this all because I wanted to bring Joshua back myself? But then maybe I'm just being a selfish little girl. And, oh yeah, once I get this far in, my headache sets in. I see. I wouldn't worry, Estelle. You're coming to an answer on your own way. I wouldn't fret. What do you mean? From the sound of it, you have a fairly good grasp of your feelings on this. All you've lost sight of is what you want to actually do. You'll find the answer you need if you take one step at a time. I know you will. Scara, you already seem a lot calmer now than when you were on the when you got off the airship. You certainly seem to know what you need to do right now, at least. Yeah, that's true. When I heard from Elsa's mom and Luke had both, that Elsa's mom and Luke had both collapsed, I actually felt motivated. You know, like I can't sit around on my own little rain cloud. My own problems seem to fade into the distance, like a little after that. Oh great! Now I think I sound like a vapid, flighty palm. I don't know about that though. You're definitely cute enough to be a palm. I do think you should keep moving forward. You've always solved your problems best by putting one foot in front of the other without stopping. Thanks, Garrett. Now I sound like a charging rhinocider, not a palm. Still, really thanks. I think I kind of see the answer in the distance now. I hardly did anything special. Anyway, Joshua's doing pretty well for himself now, isn't he? I never thought he and that bandit girl would be a match, but they are cute together. Oh great, now you're getting in on that. We don't know if there's anything going on there, you know. Oh, you think not? She is very strong-willed, boyish. She's a very strong-willed, boyish sort of girl. And yet beneath that, there's a sort of deeply buried sense of refinement to her. That sounds just like the kind of girl Joshua would snuggle tenderly with. Scared, did you become a furred old man while I wasn't looking or something? The fog seeped into your brain, didn't it? As they overcome perils together, the soil will become fertile with affection. Oh, but Estelle, are you worried? If someone steals Joshua from you, all you can do is take back your man. Bright versus Capua, struggle to the death. Note to self, never talk with Scara about anything in the future, at all, ever. I'm joking, Estelle, really. Still, though, if you want to worry about Joshua, that would be the thing I'd worry about more in your shoes. You two are at that age, after all. Oh, believe me, I'm plenty worried on that front, too. Like, there's Chloe, for starters. Nothing, I totally said nothing. Anyway, even despite all that, I'm actually a lot calmer now. I think I'm going to go back to bed. Are you going to stay up, Scara? No, I won't be too long in getting back to bed myself. How can the others had a point about getting some rest? That's true. What is it? Scara, is there something you're worried about? Ah, well, a little, perhaps. Give me a day or two, Estelle. We can talk about it then. Okay. I promise I won't worry about it too much then. Just keep your own advice in mind, okay? Don't drive yourself crazy or anything. Don't worry. I've got a bothersome little sister to handle all the crazy in my life. Well, good night, Scara. Good night, Estelle. The Inverted Emperor. Mercy, empathy, trust, difficulty, inexperience, and uncertainty regarding your enemies. Losing sight of what you want to do. I wonder who I was really talking about. That ain't a good. Whoa, is it me or is it thicker than yesterday? Yes, it's definitely getting worse. I hope Agatha and the others are okay. At this point, good question. Even if it was just a patrol, I'm kind of worried. Let's get back to the guild. Let's get back to the guild house. We should be able to hear about last night along with anything else. Good idea. And with that, guys, I'm gonna end the episode here for today. Because long cutscenes are long. I'll see all of you guys next time.